Today I'm going to show you how to prep your concrete floors to apply an anti-skid epoxy coating. The first way I'm going to show you is with muriatic acid. You can get muriatic acid at your local home supply store. There are a couple things you need to know about it. One, you need to use the proper safety gear. It comes with instructions on the bottle. Our specific muriatic acid says it's 25 parts of water to 1 part of muriatic acid. And we're going to clean this small concrete block, so we only need a small amount. The two main reasons you would want to use muriatic acid to clean your concrete floors before applying an epoxy coating is oil stains or stains of any type, or to etch the surface for a better abrasion when you apply the coating. The first thing I'm going to do is get my safety gear. These are acid resistant gloves, safety goggles. This is a regular surgical mask. Get them anywhere. This is a respirator that you can use to help with the fumes. Today, since we're using such a small amount of muriatic acid, I'm going to go ahead and use the surgical mask. You, of course, want to follow the instructions on the back of your bottle. The first thing I'm going to do is put on my mask and my glasses, and then I'm going to put my gloves on. We pre-mixed a little bit of muriatic acid with water. Our muriatic acid said to do 25 parts water to 1 part of acid. You're going to go ahead and pour it really close so that it doesn't splash. You're going to let it sit for about 30 seconds till it starts to bubble. We're going to start scrubbing with our acid resistant wire brush after it starts to foam. The muriatic acid and this wire brush should take most stains like oil right off. When you're done scrubbing the stain, you're going to go ahead and take plain water to rinse the muriatic acid away. Once again, you're going to do it very low to the concrete so it doesn't splash, and you're basically going to rinse it away until the bubbles are gone. After your concrete is clean and dry, you can go ahead and apply your epoxy coating. As you can see, our stain is gone. I'm now going to tell you about a second way that you can clean your concrete before applying epoxy. This way involves using your safety gear, your respirator, and your safety goggles, an industrial sander, and anywhere between 60 and 600 grit sandpaper. The way that you would determine what to use on your concrete is if it's a smoother surface that isn't very dirty, possibly a newer concrete, you can use a smoother, higher grit like a 600. If it's really dirty and you think needs a lot of etching, you would use a much rougher grit like a 60. After you're done sanding your floor with your industrial sander, you're going to go ahead and take your vacuum. You're going to vacuum up all the dust. After that's done, you're ready to apply your AeroMarine 321 epoxy. This is our AeroMarine Products warehouse. As you can see, we have concrete floors. If you own a garage, you probably have concrete floors as well. Today, I'm going to tell you all about our AeroMarine Products anti-skid powder for epoxy. When you use our AeroMarine Products 321 epoxy resin with our AeroMarine Products anti-skid powder, you get a durable non-slip coating. This non-slip coating is great for concrete floors, hardwood floors, and boat decking. This is a sample piece of concrete. Today I'm going to show you how to apply the AeroMarine Products 321 epoxy resin and the AeroMarine Products anti-skid powder. This piece of concrete has already been prepped and primed. And by primed, I mean that this concrete has had the 321 epoxy without any additives already applied to it. It's been cured. So I've already mixed up the epoxy and the anti-skid according to the directions, which will come with the epoxy and the anti-skid that you buy at aeromarineproducts.com. And I'm going to go ahead and get a small paint pan and a roller to apply the anti-skid with the epoxy to this concrete. This is a medium nap paint roller that I'm going to use to apply my anti-skid mixture to this concrete sample. When you receive your epoxy and anti-skid in the mail, it's going to come with mixing instructions, and depending on the flooring or area that you're trying to use your anti-skid on, you are going to choose the mix ratio that works best for you. In this case, since it's a concrete piece, I used a mix ratio of about 50 parts epoxy to 1 part anti-skid to get a medium grit finish for the anti-skid when it's cured. I'm rolling in straight lines this way to help get a uniform coating, and then I'm going to crisscross the pattern to help make sure that the entire floor got a coating, and that if there were to be any air bubbles, they would break up. You can also do this with a paintbrush on smaller areas like this. The anti-skid coating is great for stairs or any area that you think there's a risk of falling when water is on the floor. After you're done applying the AeroMarine Products epoxy and the AeroMarine Products anti-skid powder, you're going to wait 24 hours before walking on it, driving on it, spraying it down with a hose. If you come back the next day and you think it's too rough, you can apply another coat of just epoxy with the roller very thinly to help smooth it out. This is the texture of the anti-skid and the epoxy on the concrete flooring. It looked great on the concrete. Here's some other examples. This is what it would look like on hardwood with a nice light anti-skid coating, and this is what it would look like on a boat deck with a really heavy anti-skid coating. You can get the AeroMarine Products anti-skid powder and our 321 epoxy at aeromarineproducts.com.